Welcome guys to another Eye of Terror. If you guys watched the last match, you know that I lost my leader in the very first round or game of this campaign up against Ian's Omnissiah's Will, so Skitarii Kill Team. And so my Genestealers didn't really do all that well. I think I lost half of them technically.
They did okay. But...
Yeah, and they were once I got into melee, but the shooting was not in my favor. And so in mission 2, automatically, because you captured my leader, all from him falling in slick, I decided that we were going to be doing rescue. So I'm the attacker, Ian's the defender, so Ian gets to set up my leader anywhere on the board, which he already has. And then, for deployment, he gets D6 models that he gets to deploy. Guess what he rolled?
D6 in this instance was 1.
1.
So
1.
my alpha is up there.
Guarding my leader.
It seems like a bad plan on the part of the Skitarii.
That's right. So I automatically I have 6 models left on my kill team right now because I have 2 guys that are sitting out because they are frenzied and they got that head wound last time. So I have 6 models. So due to the Genestealer Cult special ability, even if I rolled a 1, which is 4 models on the rescue mission, I still get to add +2 to that. So I automatically bring in all 6. So the whole point of this is for me to get across the board, get into base contact with my leader, and then rescue him. Now the thing with Ian's 1 model is that he has to roll a d6 every round to see what happens and how far his model moves. And so on a minus, so if it's -1 or -2, I get to move him that number of inches, and Ian doesn't, so I can change the direction that he's looking.
Movement is always D6 -3. So
yeah, that's right.
To do anything, I'm going to have to roll 4 up consistently. Otherwise, Adam is going to turn me the wrong way.
So you can't see me.
The edge.
Yeah, and the big thing in this too, unlike a regular game where you have 360-degree arc of view, unless you're overwatching, which is only 45, he only has a 90-degree view right now. And so that 90 degrees is where he's looking, right? And so if I can turn him around, he can't see me. And he rolled a detect at the beginning of the game, so or beginning of the round. So if I'm hiding, he can't see me. But if I'm only in cover or partial cover, then he can detect me based off 4+ on partial cover and a 6 with cover. Or if I'm in open, he can automatically detect me. So what he does is he takes his initiative score, rolls a d6, and that's how far he can move. So he chose his leader because his initiative 4, where everybody else is 3.
I'm going to get an extra inch of detection.
That's right. Well, up to 6 inches, though, right? And so I'm going to basically, my whole thing is to get across the board as I'm hiding, and then climb up, get in base contact with my leader and free him, and then I have to bring him back across and exit the board edge with him. So we'll see how that plays out. We'll show you the mission, or we'll show you the teams and the board next. This here is my kill team for today's mission. So we over here we have Grom, who is one of my specialists. He has marksman, heavy stubber, combat blade, mining suit. All these guys have mining suits and combat blades because it comes standard. I next have Kador, which is my mining laser guy, and he has a bonus of to his movement from getting what doesn't kill you last time on the injury roll. So he has movement 5. My new hire, Crack, with the grenade launcher, frag and crack grenades as well with that. And then I have Bash, Dash, and, or sorry, I should say Baz and Das and Ferdinand. Or if you really want to know where I got those names from, it's going to be Bash, Dash, and Ferdinand from Thomas the Train. Because I have kids at home, and my oldest kid loves Thomas the Train. And what was on the background when I was making up these names? Thomas the Train. So, that is the kill team for this mission. And Ian's leader there. That is his 1 model for this mission, and I am super thankful for it. That is all he has as a sentry. What does he have again?
He has a combat blade and war plate, a taser goad, phosphor blast pistol, and the not applicable skill of infiltration.
Yes, not applicable this round. But the good thing is he does have the rest of his reinforcements here, so everybody is basically what you see there. The Aquabus. Well, no, that's the actual.
The Arquivus is on Euclid here.
Yeah.
Antiphon has an arc rifle.
Yep.
He also has a photo visor,
which is super good.
We have 3 rangers here, Archimedes, Eudoxus, and Hipparchus, who all have standard galvanic rifles, although Eudoxus does have marksman. And the new recruit, Menikmus, who also has a galvanic rifle.
Awesome. So that is it. So if the alarm is sounded for whatever reason, which I hope it doesn't, but it might when I get into combat with your guy, or shoot him, I'm not sure what I want to do yet, then these guys do get to roll to come on, which is really, really good. So I'll show you deployment next. So for this mission, I had to randomly determine what board edge my guys deploy on, and I have to deploy within 8 inches of it. So of course, I roll this side here, which is the one that is furthest away from my leader there. So the board itself, it's all set up here. We got the center buildings, ruins, everything else. The walkways, which are the new Games Workshop ones that obviously came out with the Shadow War kit. I got more coming very soon, which is awesome, as well as the circle haulers and that, which are awesome. So we'll get right into the first round next. So deployment has happened. All my guys are hiding. It's 4 under here, those 2 behind the barrels. I automatically can start hiding in this game, but Genestealer Cult anyways gets the ability to hide. The alpha over there is looking down this path here, but at this point in time you shouldn't even need to roll because you can't detect hidden models. So I'm just going to go up and start my movement up into the board. So just so we know our subplots, we forgot to mention those and we rolled them. We both rolled a 3, which is Toxic Ash. So if one person rolls Toxic Ash, what happens is if you have anybody that's down at the end of the mission, then when you roll to see if they're taken out of action or are fine and aren't taken out of action, 1 to 4 you're actually taken out, and 5 and 6 you're fine. But if you both roll a 3, such as what we did, then you're automatically taken out if you're down at the end of the turn, which sucks. So hopefully I don't have anybody that's down at the end of the turn. We'll see what happens next. We'll continue with movement. End of the movement phase, both these, for myself, turn 1, both these guys moved up hiding. These guys here have moved up and are hiding behind that barrier. These guys moved up behind this wall because he can't actually see them, because there's no line of sight with that barrier there, so I'm in safe because they couldn't get up to hiding yet. There's no shooting because I am not shooting you and sounding an alarm this early in the game because I want to hide. No, not happening. I want my leader back, darn it. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. So we'll come back with Ian's movement next and we'll see what happens. The alpha here. It is his movement, so let us see how far he moves. He moves 2 inches in any direction that I choose. -2. So I get to move him 2 inches in any direction I want. We'll see where he goes to next. So I decided to move the alpha 2 inches this way and look him on the opposite direction that I am moving on. So he's not going to be able to detect anybody because all my guys are hidden. So that's why we didn't roll for that. And we just had to move him. So we'll come back with round 2, movement. End of the movement phase for myself, round 2. These guys are hiding behind the ammo crates. These guys are hiding behind the barricade. And these guys have just moved up behind that solid wall, so they cannot be seen. So I'm just trying to make my way up slowly, but safely, up that way. And then free my leader. So we'll see what happens with the alpha next. Will the alpha move? Round 2. Let's see. He moves 3 inches in any direction he wants. He is ending his movement right there, looking again down this hallway. End of round 3 movement phase. My guys here have all just moved up slightly and decided to hide, where these 2 over here in this alleyway are running up. They ran, they're outside of the 90-degree arc, so they won't be detected. And I don't even think you can draw a line of sight on them from where he is right now all the way over there. So we'll come back with the alpha's movement next. Here's the roll to see how far he moves. Oh, so -3, so 1 inch. I like it. With that 1 inch of movement, I just moved him back this way and just have him looking back into nowhere. He's like humming to himself. Da, da, da. But no, that is his movement. We'll come back with round 4. These are quick rounds, but you only got 1 sentry, and I'm kind of happy with that. So we'll come back with my movement next. So my movement, these guys have ran up the side of the building now, where these guys have, again, just inched their way up. and are all hiding amongst the debris on the field there. So we'll come back with the sentry's movement next. Let's see how far this sentry moves and in what direction. So 5, so -3, 2 inches in any direction. Where are you moving them to?
Going back over here.
What's going on?
And
hey!
Look this way.
So you're looking down this way. But everybody is hidden, like I said. They're all in hiding, which is good. But you can detect 4 inches away, which is great for you. I'm going to have to get it into combat with you and see what happens. And so the end of my movement phase, these guys have just spread up and are all hiding. So this guy's hiding behind the ammo crates, behind the satellite relay, I guess, whatever it is. And these guys just hiding up there. But, wait, that isn't all. We got 2 guys all the way over here on the opposite side of him, hiding as well. So they are getting very close to seeing him. Or rescuing him. We'll see what happens in Ian's movement. This isn't a good game for Ian, like with what he rolled so far. But let's see what this sentry does. 6, 3 inches, anywhere you want. Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, you're gonna go right there. And you're just sort of looking out this way, I'm assuming?
I'm going to cover this angle and this angle. So I'm going to turn him slightly.
All right.
Just covering that ladder.
But all my guys, well, because he detects at the beginning, he doesn't see them right yet. We'll see what happens at the beginning of my turn, though. Beginning of my go, Ian can potentially see these guys. I moved them probably too far up ahead, and I should have hid them instead of running them, which I could have done by leaping, but I was playing a little bit risky. So now Ian, at the beginning of my turn, rolls a d6 times his modifier, initiative modifier, or initiative score, sorry, not modifier. So that's 8 inches. So if I'm within 8 inches, which I am, he can detect me. And these guys have no cover from him. So I am detected. The alarm is sounded. So next round, he can then decide to bring in his groups of people. End of my movement phase. This guy stayed stationary because he's going to shoot. This guy just moved up behind the crates for cover, and he moved up behind that barricade for cover as well. And I got 3 guys that ran up right underneath that little walkway with the ladder. That way, it's harder for you to actually shoot him because you can't really draw line of sight straight down. It's actually in a little bit. But they did run, so they will give, if he does somehow get line of sight on them, we'll get a -1. But we're going to come into my shooting phase next because I'm going to have 3 shots going into him. So starting my round of shooting with Grom here, he's going to be doing sustained fire on the Alpha because he has 2 wounds. So let's see how many shots I get. So I get 4 shots, which is really good. You are in the open, so I need 4s to hit, and I do have Marksman to re-roll this. There's a 6, so I need an ammo roll, which I don't think I make it actually. I got to double check what my ammo roll is. And so, but let's see if I actually wound you. I need 3s, and that's a 1, so nothing. So I'll double check the ammo roll, see if my 4 makes. So I just looked up the ammo roll for the heavy stubber, and it is a 4+. So I do get to continue my rolls. So second one, so it's a miss, but I get to re-roll because of the marksman. It's a 1. I have nobody in the white line of fire because of the angle. And then so third, hits. Let's see if I wound you. Need a 3. It's a 2. You are pinned. That's a good thing. And then, so that's 3. So 4. Cock die. Let's try that again. 3. That's, come on, give me 1. There's a 4. I need a 3+ to wound you though. There's a wound. So he is wounded. And he is pinned as well, which is really good for me. So here's the armor save for the wound. He does have a -1 to it though. So he still makes it. So he still has 2 wounds left, but he is pinned. So we're going to go right into my mining laser next. Hits. It's good. Need 2s to wound because strength like 7, I believe. Strength 9. Strength 9. Ooh. So there's a wound. And then it does d6 damage. You can't even save it. So d6 damage. So there's 4 damage rolls. So, all right, so after wounding him 4 times with that gun, the first one is negated because it's, he has 2 wounds, and then the other 3 here. So I have 3 rolls I need to make on the injury chart. It is high impact, so a 5 or 6 takes the Alpha out. So there's 3 5s. So he is out of action and
Definitely.
vaporized. And so just means Ian has some sentries that can come in next round. This is what it looks like at the end of the round. I got 3 guys sitting underneath those stairs to get up that ladder and go. And these guys are sort of hunkered back here and 1 more down there just to show what happens. So Ian has to roll to see what of his guys are coming in. So he can bring in 1 group of reinforcements a turn. So what happens is he has to roll a d6.
I think I roll for each.
No, it's a single.
Is it
it's
one group?
group, one single group. So he has them grouped into 2. For Ian's first group, he's going to bring those 2 guys in. So if he rolls a 1, they won't come in. But if he ties the group size or exceeds it on his die roll, then they will come in on a random board edge. So we'll see what happens. So it is 5. So we'll see where he comes on. So 1 is the far side there. 2 is this side here. And 3 to 5 is the opposite side. So 3 to 5 comes in on this board edge right here. And so Ian's movement, he moved that guy onto the board just to that pipeline there because he has a shot at my guy just around the corner there. He did run, and he is in partial cover, so he'll have -2. That guy ran up behind that barricade and will not be shooting. So, Ian, let's see what you do. So you have -2 to your roll.
+1 because of range.
Okay, so -1. So you make it. And so he is pinned. And what's the
Strength 4, so that's not a wound.
That is not a wound because I am toughness 3. So he is pinned though, and I can test to see if he gets back up at the beginning of my turn. So we'll come back with my turn next. Beginning of the turn, that guy right there is pinned, so I need to make an initiative test to see if he gets back into action. So here's the roll. I rolled a 1, so he is up and able to act this turn. And in my movement phase, these 3 guys are all hiding. Those 2 ran up into base contact with the leader, so that way I can hopefully rescue him this turn and start moving him. This guy here sort of ran out into partial cover and has beat on him, and is sort of the sacrificial lamb because they have to shoot the closest one, and I doubled up here, so even if they took him out, then they could take out one of them, but I'll still have 1 guy on the leader to make sure he gets away that round. So with that, I'm going to come into my shooting. I have 1 shot here, and he's going into that guy there. So partial cover. Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. 6, which hits, because you actually ran last turn too.
Yes.
So I did hit, so you are pinned. I got to make an ammo check, which I make it, and I got to roll the wound. Come on. No. But you are pinned, so he is can't do anything next turn because he doesn't have anybody within 2 inches of him. But at the end of the round, he'll be fine. We'll come back with Ian's go next. These 2 here are going to be the lucky contestants, so Ian's going to try bringing them on, so he needs to roll 2 or higher. And it's a 3, so they're on. And random board edge, 1 is the far side, 3 to 5 is here, 6 is over here. That's a cocked die. 1, so they're coming on that board edge over there. So for that group coming on, Ian ran up onto this ruin here just so he has a line of fire down this way here and set up a guy here as well. And we'll see what he does with that 1 guy that's back there next. In the movement phase, this guy just jumped up the other pipe, so he has an open shot to that guy there. So we'll go into the shooting phase. We got 1 shot from him into that guy. It is a hit. Do you wound? Strength 5, right? That's a wound. What's the armor modifier on the gun? I think it's minus something.
On the rifle, it is a -1 save.
So I get no save, so let's see what you do. 2, so he is down. End of the round, this guy stands up because he is no longer pinned. Whoa. So, the end of my movement phase, these guys have moved back and are hiding. This guy has moved up here, my leader, in hiding. These guys have moved up to get beads on the 2 guys down there. That guy up there has moved up and hid as well. That means we are going into the shooting phase next. So, from him into that guy there. Oh, it's a crack shot, not a template. Yep. So, I need a 6 to hit. That's a 4, does not. And then this guy here is going to shoot into that guy. Needing 4s. Hits, so he's pinned. Yes. Let's see if I wound you. Needing 4s. It's a wound. You do get your armor save, so 4 plus. Nope. So 3, he is down. Yep. Excellent. And in my phase, I got to do a recovery check on him. So 6, he's out of action. 1, he takes a flesh wound, and 2 to 5. Nothing changes, so nothing changes. And he is hiding as well, I should say, over there. And beginning of Ian's go. This is the last group. Let's see what happens. 5, they are coming on,
in.
so let's see what side. 1.
On the far
same side over there.
Crap.
That's what I needed. These guys are coming on right here, running onto the board, so they won't be shooting this turn. At the end of Ian's go, this guy moved over that way just to get a beat on both those guys. I think on the specialist he has no cover and he has partial cover now. And then he had one guy run up there, and his specialist up there with the big gun is on Overwatch. So that is that. Come back with Ian's shooting phase next. This guy here, I'm going to be shooting in my specialist. So let's see what happens. It's a hit. And so you need a 3. That's a wound. I don't get an armor save. So let's see if he is down. He is down. So I got 2 down. I don't take bottle tests until I'm 50% though. So that means I need 3 down. So that is that. And you have 1 guy down, so your recovery phase.
Does he have the test for being within 2 inches?
Yeah, I have to make a leadership test for him. So I need 7, he's good. And then you need to make your, and he has no change. So my movement phase, this guy here is just tucked in there hiding. That guy is hiding as well. He's in the open and lined up on that guy. My leader ran down here because everybody else is on the far side of the board. This guy's hiding over here, and this guy here is still hiding but has a clear shot on one of the new recruits down there. Or the, what are they, Fleshborn? And
Those
then
guys are fresh forged.
Fresh forged. And that is it, so we'll come back with my shooting next. This guy here, with the open shot down on that guy, is going to be doing a sustained fire on him. So I need to see how many shots I get. So we got 3 shots. So I need 4s to hit him with marksman. That's a 6. Here's the ammo roll, which I'm fine. Let's see if I can wound you. 3. Nothing. You are pinned though. I like that. Second shot. Hits. And I wound you. So let's see. You get your -1 armor save. So 5 up. Nothing. So you're down. And then last shot I will also put into him. Need an ammo roll, which I make it. And I wound you, so you get your armor roll. And take him out of action. Fresh Forge has been freshly shot to pieces by a heavy stubber. We'll come back with more shooting from me. This guy here, shooting into that one there. Needing 4s. And I miss. Whoa. Well, at the end of the round, I have my recovery, which I still need to make on him. And so, no change. So Ian is at 50%, either downed or dead, or incapacitated, taken out. But he's not choosing to make to bottle. So, we got to come back with his movements next. Catbat, I forgot one thing. He needs to see if he recovers or not. And he's hiding as well, but no change. So movement phase, this guy is still hiding there, I'm assuming. That guy moved over, jumped over the barricade for some cover. He stayed stationary because he has a bead on my one Grom over there. You have another guy that ran up to the other side. There he is right there. And that is it.
There's one guy that walked up.
Oh, yes.
Overwatching
guy in the alleyway down that way. So we'll come back with Ian shooting next. So this guy here is going to be shooting into that guy there. So I have no cover, but he gets no bonus either. So we'll see what he rolls. He hits. So you need 3 to wound, I believe. And then there's an armor modifier. So
minus
armor
1
save.
Yeah.
I only have 6+. So he's taken out of action. So I need to start taking some tests next turn. That guy there is shooting into my Grom. So he has his full bonus of like +2 or whatever to it. I don't know what it is.
No, I get -1 at short range,
yeah.
so there's no
modifiers.
And I get -1 to your cover save because of photovisor.
Yep. So let's see if he hits. No, thankfully. I am thankful. So, end of the round, you do have a guy that's down, so you need to make a test for him.
That's when I need the ones.
And he has no change. Beginning of my round with the 3 of my guys being down, I have to make a bottle test on leadership 9. And I am 7, so I am good. And in my movement phase, this guy here moved up 4 inches just to get within close range of him. Those guys are both hiding right where they are. My leader ran behind there. That guy just sort of tucked back to have full cover from the guy at the corner there, but still be in partial cover of the big gun there. And this guy is hiding back there. So, shooting phase next for myself. This little guy, shooting into that guy there. So, they both have full cover from each other because of the barricade. They're sort of like ducking down and like shooting over it. Like, I gotcha! But I get +2 from being in short range with my auto pistol. So, I need force. That's a 6. So here's my roll. I still have it. So now, or I made my ammo roll, so now I need to actually roll the wound. That is a wound. You get your armor safe, and you make it. But you are pinned, and you are on the ground. You can't do anything the next turn. Next is this guy here. Going to be shooting at the partial cover guy back there with sustained fire. You are within 40 inches. So here's how many shots I get. So I get a whole whopping 4. So here's the first one. I need 5s. I'm going to re-roll that. Nothing. Second one. Hits. That's a good thing because you're pinned. And it is a wound. So you get your armor save -1. Nothing. So you are down.
That was on...
Your guy back there. Your big guy with a gun. So I have 2 more shots that I'm putting on him. Misses, but I'm re-rolling because marksman. Hits. Does a wound, so you get your -1 armor save. And you make it. And last but not least...
Oh, it's -1 you said? It's a 4-up save.
Oh, so... Okay, so then I'll re-roll that just to be fair to you. So he's down anyways, so it doesn't matter. Come on, last shot. Misses, but marksman. Hits. Need an ammo roll. And I make it, because it's 4+. And I wound. So you need your -1 to your armor save. And you make it. So he is down though, which is good for me. And protects me a little bit. And we'll come back with Ian's go next. Actually, my recovery phase. Got to roll for these two. So roll for him first. 5, no change. And the guy on the ground, 2, no change as well. So Ian's go, after taking out his big gun that was perched up there, he is deciding to bottle. Sometimes the part of valor is at discretion, right? So he's decided to bottle, so we'll come back with the breakdown next. So we're going to be starting off with Ian and his rewards of battle. So because of Toxic Ash, everybody that is down, because we both rolled the 3, everybody that is down at the end of the mission is automatically taken out of action. So you don't actually have to roll for everybody's down. Now they're just serious injuries.
Let's start with the leader.
Yeah, his leader was actually taken out of action, so it's 3. So you need to roll on the serious injury table for him. So 1d6. And roll a 3, which is painful recovery. The fighter gains hatred for the fighter that killed him and put him out of action. So that was my gunner, my heavy gunner, I'm pretty sure. So you hate him and you want him dead. That's not good. Who are we doing next?
Let's go with Euclid.
Euclid, all right. So he rolled a 6, so he makes a full recovery. So nothing, no, that was his serious injury roll because it talks to Ash. So he does what does not kill you, so he gets an advancement. So roll 2d6. So 6 is a skill. So you get a skill for him. So we'll come back to see what he gets. So Euclid is going to be rolling on the shooting table. So he rolls 2d6. Both are 6, so you get to re-roll one of those. And a 3. So you have Gunfighter and you have Ammo Hound. So Gunfighter, what that allows you to do is use 2 pistols at once, granting them an extra shooting attack when they're shooting. Or Ammo Hound allows you to re-roll any failed ammo rolls. You ignore your first one, but after that, right?
Yeah.
So
they're both kind of useless on him.
Yeah.
I guess Ammo Hound.
Ammo Hound is where I'd go, just because that's the one that you're probably going to use more likely, right? So, and the injury roll for your next specialist. 1, so he has to roll again, dead or worse. Alright, so he is dead and removed from your team. 1 to 3, dead. And then you got your Fresh Forge. 1, so roll again. 4, so you can play the rescue mission next time and you bring him back if you want. So Ian does get 1 Promethium from surviving. And then from losing, and then he's going to give the advancement to Archimedes. So he can go on guerrilla combat and shooting, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming shooting is
I'm
what
going to
you
go shooting again.
Shooting! Let's see what he gets. Alright, so Ammo Hound
6
and Gunfighter. What are you going to... Ammo Hound,
I guess.
Ammo Hounded up. Alright. And then you get to resupply. We'll see what he does with that. 100 points. Or he can use Promethium. Who knows? So for Ian's resupply action, he is buying back who?
I'm buying Antiphon 2.
Oh, Antiphon 2.
So we've got our Arc Rifle Specialist back.
Okay.
And I'm taking him with the Arc Rifle again.
Yeah.
A frag and crack grenade and a photovisor. So hopefully he'll hit more
good.
things.
That's good. All right, we'll come back with mine next. So for Ian's next match, which will be a rescue match because I captured his Fresh Forge and he doesn't want to let him die because it's a good amount of points. This is the team that he will be using, and it will be another rescue mission because he rolled that one and he wants his guy back. So he has his 2 specialists and 3 basic rangers right there. So we'll do mine next. So starting off, I have to make my serious injury rolls for my guys that were down or taken out of action. So he was down at the end of the round, so I got to roll to see what happens on this serious injury chart. 4. So
Full recovery.
Full recovery. Yes. I like that. Then Baz here. 3.
Painful recovery.
All right. He has hatred for your ranger, your basic ranger that was sitting back there and that shot him in the face. I don't know who it was. It was the one that was down.
Hipparchus.
Hipparchus, all right. And then this guy here, let's see what happens to him. He also has a painful recovery. And that was for the plasma guy there, I believe.
But he's dead.
Oh, he's dead, so it doesn't really matter.
It's hatred for a dead man.
Hatred for a dead guy. All right. So these 2 will be sitting out next mission. These guys will be coming back in, thankfully, and then I got these 5 back. So I'll still have 7 unless I buy another guy. We'll see what happens. Next, after that is claim Promethium, so I have to roll to see how many Promethium I have. So I'm going to see... I got 1 Promethium. Yay! So I have 1 Promethium. I am not going to use it yet. We'll see what I do. I have an advancement, and my leader survived. So I want my leader to advance. I want him to advance. So here's the roll. So 5. Movement / initiative or skill.
On movement?
Well, it's 5. No, in total on the advancement tree.
Oh, sorry.
Is it? It's skill. Isn't it?
That is skill.
All right, so he's gonna go on the stealth because I have the stealth ability for him. So let's see what I get. I get a 2 and a 1.
Ambush or dive. So ambush, you can hide in a turn which you go on Overwatch as long as that's all you do.
Yeah.
Or you can run and hide in the same turn.
Both are really good. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be doing the run and hide, so dive, because he has a bolt pistol and a power pick. So he's gonna have dive. And he's going to run and hide. And for next mission, this will be the team that I'll be using. I have my 3 specialists and leader, as well as a whole bunch of new Aleph here, who is a trooper, and 2 new recruits. But I also, with my 100 points, so that's Aleph, with my 100 points, I'm buying another troop guy with a auto gun and photo visor. Leaves me 5 extra points to play with, but I have nothing I can sort of throw on for 5 points. And I'm calling him Weezin. So it's just going to be another trooper like this guy. That's it. 8 models, plus 2 sitting out over there. So that turned into a good mission for me. We'll see how the rescue mission for Ian turns out for him next time. We'll come back with the after action report next. Alright guys, welcome to the after action report. You just saw the matchup between Ian's Omnissiah's Will and my Genestealer Cult Destructus, where we were going to rescue our leaders from the clutches of the Skitarii. Oh man, I gotta say, it really sucked that Ian only rolled a 1 for his number of guys.
Went about as I expected it would, with just 1 guy on patrol.
Yeah, but in all honesty, though, once your guys started showing up on the board, that was really good for you. Like, because you had your guys, you were able to take out a couple of my guys and stuff like that, where myself, I was just like, retreat, retreat, with a couple of guys sort of laying down suppressing fire and support stuff. Like my guy with Marksman, Grom, with the Marksman and a heavy stubber. Oh yeah. I think the big thing for you, that one turn where you rolled that 1, with your sniper. That was the big thing. Because
Yeah.
like if you could have taken him out, he wouldn't have shot you back the
He
next
was
round and
itching
downed
to
you.
shoot something,
Yeah.
and there was just nothing in view that wasn't hiding.
Yeah.
So when you took pot shots at the new recruit,
Yeah.
I was excited. Hey, I get to shoot something and
Yeah.
get a 1. So yeah.
That wasn't too exciting. So, but no, dude, Ian, I appreciate the game.
Yeah, thank you.
It's going to be another rescue mission next, but this time Ian's going to be doing the rescuing because the Genestealer Cult decided to take a captive of their own. Maybe turn them into some sort of bio goo and food. No? No?
That's not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
We don't leave our men behind.
We'll see. You guys will find out next mission. Remember to please like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments below. Also, if you like the content that we're offering or giving you guys, make sure you check us out and give us support on Patreon. Till then, ignite your hobby.